Developing tonight, an historic drug bust, part of a nearly decades-long investigation with the FBI, right? In Kensington. And the director of the FBI says this is the largest takedown he's ever seen, and everyone should be paying attention.
We have permanently removed a drug trafficking organization out of the streets of Philadelphia, and they're going to stop pouring guns and chemicals and drugs into our communities, and our children are safer today.
The bust happened in the area of Clearfield and F Streets. Our Chris O'Connell has been following this story since it broke this morning. And Chris, this could change everything.
That is right, Dawn. What has been described as one of the most prolific drug trafficking organizations in Kensington has now been eliminated, according to the FBI. 33 people have been indicted on drug trafficking charges targeting Philadelphia's most notorious opioid operation. FBI agents surrounding several homes on the 3100 block of Weymouth Street after an early morning federal raid across several Kensington blocks.
Occupants of 726 Clearfield, this is the FBI. Come out the front door with your hands up.
Video shows agents busting into several homes on the block. Loudspeakers were heard, demanding suspects come out. The entire neighborhood blocked off with hundreds of law enforcement. And about 8 hours later, officials say they dismantled a decade-long, 24-hour open-air drug market at the epicenter of Kensington.
This is exactly how you safeguard American lives. You go after the organizations that are inflicting pain across America.
FBI Director Kash Patel announcing the indictment of the Weymouth Street drug gang. The 170-page indictment outlined how the gang was run by two main leaders, identified as Jose Antonio Morales Nieves and Roman Montañez. The indictment says they flaunted their enterprise like a successful business, even writing down work schedules for dealers and lookouts. Of the 33 indicted, 29 are now in custody.
Out of the 33, 29 are locked up. Man, that's crazy. And bro, these dudes had like a whole fake work schedule. Hold on, I want to go back to that. I want to see that again because that is absolutely bonkers right there. They drew out a whole work schedule, bro. What, bro? You not about to cover your tracks by making some fake work schedule, unless this was like a legitimate work schedule, trying to make sure that the operation stayed running 24/7. I don't know. What do y'all think? Y'all think this was just this was like a legit, hey, we got to stay open 24/7, so you know we going to assign different people to different times, or do y'all think this was just a way or an attempt to try to cover their tracks by having what looked like a genuine work schedule? I think it was like they wanted to just stay open 24 hours and they just wanted to assign people work schedule, but maybe they were trying to, you know, make it seem like they were just doing some legit stuff. So they drew out a work schedule like, hey, bro, if we ever get caught, you know, hey, we could just tell them this was our work schedule. We were just workers, man, just trying to sell shoes and shirts, or I don't know, whatever. What do y'all think, man? Let me know. But that's crazy. I ain't never seen nothing like that.
For dealers and lookouts. Of the 33 indicted, 29 are now in custody.
This indictment alleges that the Weymouth Street drug trafficking organization for nearly a decade sold and distributed substantial volumes of fentanyl, crack cocaine, and heroin.
The FBI is still collecting evidence, but say they've already confiscated drugs and dozens of guns.
These are federal offenses. They're going into federal court to be handled by someone I know who's going to take the appropriate action to address this behavior.
It's one of those few cases which, if successful, will eliminate an entire criminal outfit. It will clean and cleanse a whole neighborhood and will virtually eradicate a violent drug trafficking organization root and stem.
The U.S. Attorney says it's the largest indictment of its kind in over a century. They say it's what can happen when you unleash multiple layers of law enforcement on a single issue. Philly's top cop says there's more to come.
And I will say to anyone out there we're not done.
Now, this federal raid went down just a block away from where there is a Fall Children's Festival block party scheduled for starting just about now. People and police say there is no doubt that party is a bit safer tonight.
Wow. Wow. Now, I wouldn't have warned people that, there's more coming, because maybe you would have caught somebody else, right? Maybe you would have caught somebody else. But hey, good on Cash Patel. Good on everybody involved, man, because this stuff is serious. I saw a video, was it today or was it yesterday? Recently. I don't even remember where I saw it. I just be scrolling through stuff sometimes, coming across different random stuff. It's how some of these videos pop up, right? But I came across a video of a guy showing how much of each drug would kill you. And he got to fentanyl. And he was like, you're going to have to bring the camera in a lot closer. And it was like this little tiny, I don't know, like grain of what I would assume is fentanyl. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was just like a representation of how much. But it was just like this little tiny speck. He was like, this much fentanyl will kill you. And they put that in all of these other things. And I was like, man, that is crazy. That is wild. That must be one hell of a drug if people still use that and get high off of it. Because if just that tiny little bit could put you 6 feet in the dirt, man, is that crazy. Man, is that crazy. It's no wonder why there's so many ODs, It's crazy, man. It was like one little grain, like a grain of rice. Right? It might have even been smaller than a grain of rice. Just that small. Gone. Done. Toast. Matter of fact, I think he even said like half of this would actually kill you. He was like, if we split this, it would kill us. It's like half of a grain of rice of fentanyl. It's crazy, man. It is absolutely insane. It's best to stay away from drugs. Don't even touch them, test them, none of that. Which I've never been the type of person that's easily influenced to do anything crazy, like take any illicit drugs or anything like that, any illegal drugs. I've seen it, been around it, been offered, right? Been offered. I remember being on spring break and I walked into this bedroom because we had rented out like this big mansion type place, like right on the beach. It was fire, actually. It was super dope. And I walked into one of the rooms. A bunch of people were upstairs, so I wanted to check in, see what's going on. I walk into the room and there's like this, it has its own bathroom, right? So I walk around the corner, I walk to the bathroom, and I walk into like the doorway of the bathroom. And, obviously I see the stuff on the counter. Motherfucker turn around and was like, hey, yo, you want some? It's like, hell no. I literally said, hell no, turned around, walked out, went back downstairs. Like, nah, I'm good, bro. Y'all are tweaking. Now, I did ask how it felt. I was curious. Like, what does that make you feel like? But nah, as far as like taking anything crazy like that, I've never been interested. Never, ever, 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 ever. I might drink, but that's as far as I'm going. Hey, if I'm going to do anything, it's going to be a bottle and that's it. I'm not doing anything else. Keep it to yourself. Keep it to yourself. Okay. Matter of fact, I'm not even going to be around anybody that's like doing anything like too crazy. Booger sugar is about as far as we can go with it. That's about as deep as you can get before I'm like, all right, bro. And even that is like a little, you like, it's best to just stay away from that kind of stuff, bro. That is just crazy. Just a little grain. They put in just a little too much into your product that you done bought, and it's lights out, man. That's crazy. It's crazy. But hey, happy the streets of Philly are a little bit safer today. That's a beautiful thing. That is a wonderful thing. Possibly some lives saved from ODing. That is an absolutely wonderful thing. So, yeah, man, shout out to Cash Patel and the FBI for doing some fantastic work out here in these American streets. All right, but y'all get in the comments. Let me know your thoughts and your opinions about all of this. Do you think there's going to be a lot more of this going on? Let me know. Peace.